everybody, it's Joey, Valley TCG. Hope you guys are having a good day, a good week. We are back. We're back with another video. So today we are going to be talking about PRB02. This is, I think, going to go down as one of the best sets that One Piece has seen. I think it's going to be up there with the likes of, let's say, EBO1, PRB01, and some of the other solid sets out there. So we are going to be talking about that today. Before I do that, like, comment, and subscribe, and we're just going to get into it. So the reason why I want to talk about this set specifically, I know some of you guys wanted me to talk about, the manga arts that are going crazy, that feel a little bit, pumped right now to some extent on the manga art front. There's people that want me to talk about some of the other booster boxes. Guess what? I will be talking about both of those things in future videos, but today I want to talk about PRB02. And the reason for that is I think this is kind of a slept-on set. As crazy as it is to say, considering it's $171 or $173 a booster box. But if you just kind of think about where the focus of the One Piece community has been, first of all, this set came out not that long after PRB or OP12, and then not long after that, we've had OP13, and OP13 is probably going to go down as one of the best sets out there, considering you have these crazy god packs, and you have the red manga arts and normal manga arts, and all these different really nice looking SPs. So a very awesome set for what we have right now for an anniversary set. But as a result, if you guys think about it, like this set, people didn't really, a lot of people just said like, hey, well, I'm not going to spend money on PRB02. I want to spend money on OP12 or OP13 because a lot of those cards are, meta defining, right? So as a result, I do think that this set is somewhat slept on. So if you kind of look through, well, I don't have it up here, but if you look through this, I mean, we're not that outside of release, right? We're just like a month and a half or something outside of release, and booster boxes are selling, slowly, but not too slowly if you think about it. There's like 10 to 20 booster boxes sold per day, and there's still a solid amount of inventory available for this set. So I think that's why prices are $175. They're not like $250 for where, really sought after anniversary sets should be, right? So you have this. So this trading card world thing, this is fake. You can't add this to cart. Let me show you guys. But outside of that, right, you still have like four or five tabs of inventory available, including our favorite friend Devastation, who has just a bajillion of these boxes available, 171. I checked this yesterday. He didn't have it up yesterday, so he must have brought it right back today. And then after that, you have Trading Card World at 205 boxes. So, if you think about just kind of like how many boxes there are, let's just say there's like 300-ish, give or take. It's going to take like a couple, 15 days really if you're at that 20 marker, or a month if you're at that 10 per day marker. But, people are going to consistently add inventory. So I think it's going to be maybe closer to end of Christmas before this set really starts selling, fully selling out, right? After that Christmas wave. But I think this is an opportunity for you guys, because I think this is an absolutely amazing set we just look at the cards that are in here, not only do you have this $1,400 manga Sanji, which is very hard to come by, you also have, let's say, like these beautiful alternate art or manga event cards that are in here, which is, I think, really for the first time that it's had like at least an SP rarity. Previously, it was always just like a alternate art rarity. And then you have 30 gold dawns. 30, count them, 30 gold dawns with absolute bangers of gold dawns, like the Nami one, the Yamato one. I think Shanks is probably my personal favorite. So at $140, it's not that crazy. I mean, it is expensive, don't get me wrong. And then you have all these like really nice looking SP cards that are also in here that they just inserted because there somehow wasn't enough chases already in here. And then you have a bunch of alternate arts, of course, and then just there's a lot in here, right? I think maybe the most interesting part is you have these rare cards that are like worth $6-7. I can't find Zoro. There he is. So like he is this is the most expensive one. He's very meta, of course. $8 for a rare card. That's absolutely crazy. Kobe is $6 or I guess $5. And then you have some other ones like Bonnie at 2 or 3, Otama same thing. There's a number. There's a number in here, and then of course, like if you think about just like what other cards are in here, like a SR perspective that you can get. You can get this Marco card, $17. I think this is going to be a staple in blue for forever, right? 4 costs, 6,000. Excuse me. Plus blocker and on KO draw 2 cards. So, I mean, this is a disgusting card. Absolutely disgusting. So I think this is going to go down as, in my opinion, one of the most sought after sets out there. I think people are going to open this for like, you know, like for meta reasons, or trying to chase the meta cards in here, and they're also trying to get the beautiful gold dawns in here. And then if, you know, Sanji manga goes up in price, people are going to chase that as well as obviously the manga event cards. So this really reminds me of the mix of this set, right? EB01. Actually, I should probably just put Memorial Collection, booster box. And you can see right now, Memorial Collection booster boxes are $420 a pop, which is insane. And there's no inventory available left here. So after these guys sell out, it's going to be interesting to see what's in here. And there's a few copies that get sold every single day. That's actually really interesting. It's, to me, a mix between that and obviously, you know, PRB01. So PRB01, you know, well, this, what is going on? None of these are PRB01. Premium Booster Volume 1. So $460 a booster box. So you might be like, okay, well, Joey, you know, that's great and all, but it's $175. Maybe it's actually really expensive. Maybe I'll wait till prices come down. And I'm going to tell you 2 reasons why. First, they typically don't reprint PRBs, right? They don't reprint specialty sets. We haven't seen it for any of the EBs. We have not seen it for PRB01. Makes me believe that they won't have a reprint for this PRB02 set either. So, and then the other reason is the EV on this is really, really high. EV meaning when you open this booster box, the cards that you get in from inside the box is actually pretty insane. And let me show you guys why. I actually ran the math on this. I'm the math boy. I'm just gonna run the math on it. I was just like, I'm gonna prove this out, right? Of course, I had to make some assumptions. Hit rates aren't exactly where, like, so this guy, I used this guy. He showed us kind of like the hit rates here. You get 8 boxes where you get 2 secret rares, 2 foil cards, including potentially one of the 2 gold dons in a case, and 2 hits within the box, meaning like alternate arts, and then 2 boxes with 3 hits, 1 manga event / SP, and 2 alternate arts. So like those are your hit rates, right? So, and then obviously you get some other stuff in here. In every box you get he said 2 each per case, but I think he means like 2 secret rares per box. So I ended up running the math. I'm going to show you guys right now. So I ended up like adding up all the gold dons, or taking the price of all the gold dons, how many there are, giving you the average value here, and then the manga event card as well, and showing you guys that if you get just one, what is the average price here, and then installing that into this, right? Obviously, and I'm blending for this manga / SP for that same slot. So I'm assuming there's probably some weird hit differential where maybe only one of like 2 cases you can get like a manga event. I don't know if you get one in every single case, but I'm just going to assume that you get one of each to make the math a little bit easier. So you get about $152 worth of value, and then you get the foil dons, which I'm assuming it's like a couple bucks each. You get 2 of those per case, 2 of those per case, 2 of those per box, and then you get about 18 of them in a case. And then you have the Sanji manga, and then of course you get the gold pack, guys. Like you get a gold pack, meaning the God pack. You get 10 of these gold dons at I think it's just totally random, and then you get a lot of value from that as well. So just broadly, a ton of value in this case. So if you just kind of add everything up and then, multiply. Oh, and one last thing before I could give you the final answer. The rares in here also give a ton of value. So you get 180 rares in a case. As a result, you get 180, I should say, like very like actual cards, rares with real value, right? You get about 9 of them per box. So I ended up just kind of running the math and assuming that, $1.50 each, and then, there's some value to that as well. So without further ado, here's the value, right? If you look at this, the case value for what you open in a case, assuming, obviously there's a lot of variability. You're not going to get a Sanji manga in every single case, right? I'm actually assuming that you get one every 4 cases, but you have to assign the EV to the average, right? You also have to assign the EV to the average for the gold pack. I'm assuming there's like one in every 8 cases you get the God pack of the gold dons. So this means that the EV of a case is actually above the case price right now. That typically does not happen because of how crappy the cards that you get on average that are inside of a box. Whereas right now, PRB02, you have negative EV, meaning you make money. Positive EV, meaning you make money when you open a case of PRB02. Same thing is applied to the boxes. Obviously, boxes are a little bit more expensive on average versus the case price. So the EV is a little bit less, but still positive. Guys, that is insane. So that actually means, if you think about it, that the per box value should actually be closer, should actually be about $200 per box, right? So that to me is absolutely crazy. It should not be that way. That just means you should definitely open more boxes of PRB02 at this price if you want to. Obviously, you could try your luck. You could get that Sanji manga, sell it for $1,400, or you get the gold pack, sell it for a bunch of money. On average, the gold pack's value is about $800, which is crazy. So that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. Okay, I multiply by 20. I should multiply by 10. This is it. Okay. All right. Okay. So actually, these two are around the same. That my mistake, guys. Obviously, I did this last night when it was really late, but you get the point. We're doing it live here. We're doing it live. But that's all I want to talk about with you guys today. And let me know what else you want me to talk about. What do you think about PRB02? Do you think this has the opportunity to go the distance? I want to hear what you guys think. But that's it. That's all I had today. And I will talk to you guys next time.